Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here and for joining us today. Today's date is March 9th, 2024, and there are 18 people here. So again, thank you so much. This is my special presentation titled How UAP Whistleblowers Keep Repeating What Aliens Said to Me. So what happens if you're given information that turns out to be true, that creates a picture of something that right now is obscured, but slowly coming to light? I awoke to a lifetime of alien contact in 2019, just at the cusp of the world embracing the alien reality. More than ever, the reason for this occurring is clear, as the things I was told in our conversations and that I experienced them with them firsthand are now being said by UAP whistleblowers, officials, and those surrounding them. Some things in which I went public with before officials had spoken about it. As well, some officials have spoken about the alien presence, but went under the public's radar, which I'll bring to light here. Also, as social media tries to grasp the new alien reality, the words of officials who spoke decades ago are now resurfacing, with information that all fits into a picture laid out in my story. From Tom DeLong to Ross Coulthart, John Ramirez to Bob Bigelow, just to name a few, their words paint a clear picture reflected in the communications and experiences that I've received from aliens. Ultimately, the reason I did this presentation is because what happened to me with the aliens lives in the realm of the unbelievable. Yet, even though my story is so personal, I consider it a human story. I know there will be a time where all of the stories of alien contact during this period of humanity will be seen as human stories for all of us. And so I continue to make cooperative connections that validate the reality of my experience. So the realm of the unbelievable becomes believable. This is my book, The Rising and the Alien Plan to Build an Enlightened City on Earth. It's available on my website, www.jeffsilver.com. Now, don't forget, I have previous presentations which bring to light fascinating cooperative connections with my story and Missing 411 Canada and the UFO BC database of that presentation. You can see it here on my YouTube channel. Never mind the fascinating connecting collaborations with other contactees. Recently, I did a presentation with me and experiencer Susie Hansen, where we identified fascinating crossovers between each other's experiences with the aliens. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see that, as that video will be released soon. So I take the stance that the beings in some way, shape, and form are in touch with human government or governments. On my website, in the essay, President Eisenhower's alleged meeting with gray aliens from the perspective of the hybrid program, I detail in the subsection consistent communication with gray aliens that some UFO sightings and contact experiences appear to be known about by some government agencies before they occur. But importantly, I take this stand that the entities have communicated with some form of government from the things they have shown me and said to me directly. So let me review those things here. It started in the first contact event when I was in the White Room, where I was turned into an orb and shown the afterlife. In this afterlife vision, I witnessed in the 1940s or 50s a group of grays after coming up from Earth down below. So I was an orb in this kind of uh, altered state, if you will. And the afterlife, I'm convinced, is in space, though in thinner dimensions, sitting in the fabric. And I was an orb watching from this afterlife perspective, and the Earth was in the background, and gray aliens, tall gray aliens, by that for that matter, were coming up. And something significant had happened. That was a communication between humans and gray aliens. After coming up from Earth down below, acknowledged that humans made a choice about something significant, which I couldn't grasp, but which affected these higher realms. It was a specific event or moment, and once it had occurred, it was assured how the next decades would go. My higher self was waiting for that choice to be made by humans, and once it was, in response, began planning my next life, which was me, Jeff Silver. So it's a very distinct moment. And here, the aliens 100% had communicated a choice made by humans that affected this afterlife realm. In my 10th contact event, the twin, in regards to why they had created a new human, said, because humans had failed at the tasks we had given them. I asked what tasks. He said, to save the planet. Humans were required to save the planet. So we are stepping in. I asked, weren't we given a choice? And he said, over the last several hundred years, you've had the choice, but they failed at every step. The nuclear weapon was the last opportunity, and they failed. As heavy as that language is, again, it implies that some form of human leadership at some time was given a choice, and what's happening at present was the result of a choice. And this is for my 18th contact event. We are testing your capacity to handle the hard truth that your world is under siege from within, and hard decisions will have to be made. And lastly, I've been open that I can still receive telepathy from the elder. And one night, while myself musing over this topic, emphatically she said, we told them the plan a long time ago. But always the specific information, what was said and how much there still exists a continued contact, is all speculation. So through the presentation, I'll be pairing what officials have said with what the beings have told me, or I've witnessed or experienced with them firsthand. I'll be talking about the entity's interdimensionality, their biology and physiology, that human history involves alien intervention, that their plan, the entities, the aliens' plan, are to merge with us, that their motivations are regarding human planetary destruction. And there is some unfortunate news. And I have a bit of an understanding of what might be coming.